So this is all about Colorado. So what's up, Colorado? You ready to vote? Super Tuesday is just March 3rd, so it's only, what, 15, 18, 17 days away? So just barely over 2 weeks, the presidential primary, and this is the big shebang. This is the whole enchilada. This is this is all that's going to matter. It's only going to matter up to Super Tuesday. Usually just Iowa is all that matters, so the fact that we've got this far and people are still paying attention. So Saagar, Enjeti, and Crystal Ball, they are kicking ass and taking names. The Hill, Rising, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but they seem radical as fuck, but they dress like really professional and have a real sweet setup. So it looks like, you know, their morning show for the TV broadcast networks, but it's just on YouTube, I think. I don't think they broadcast anywhere, but on YouTube. And yeah, they've been absolutely on point. They've been objective. They've been doing objective journalism, reporting on boring poll numbers and just kind of hitting people left and right. But essentially they're letting the data paint the picture instead of imposing their own beliefs. They do both seem to be Bernie bros, but since this is the year of Bernie Sanders, that perspective, you know, I think gives way to their objective journalism and reporting on the boring poll numbers, and they're able to just basically say, look at the media. This media sucks. This media is dog shit. What the fuck is this media doing? One criticism, I think it's only Bernie Sanders and Pete Buttigieg at this point. Saagar and Enjeti was sitting there saying that there's no path forward for Pete. There's only a path forward with Pete and Bernie. Bernie won, you know, 2 times in a row, greater popular vote, but Pete, you know, also won 2 times in a row. He was very close in New Hampshire, so that was a solid second, but by 2 percentage points, so he's right there on Bernie's tail, and then in Iowa, he may have won the damn thing, so I think it's only Bernie Sanders and Pete Buttigieg at this point. So, yeah, Crystal and Saagar are wrong when it comes to Pete Buttigieg. He does have a path forward. It's everybody else that doesn't have a path. So, Pete Buttigieg is the neoliberal pick. They got together. They're saying this is the guy. So, Bloomberg, Biden, Klobuchar, even Warren are fighting for the moderate center. But really, they're already right-of-center neoliberals. So, this neoliberal train wreck works to Bernie's advantage. Bernie just has to run right up the middle. While the neoliberals are, you know, doing this demolition derby, this neoliberal demolition derby just crashing and burning into each other, Bernie Sanders goes straight up the middle and doesn't even get a scratch. So Bernie Sanders kicking ass, taking names without even having to, you know, do a fucking thing. So I think the neoliberal demolition derby train wreck is a good thing for Bernie Sanders. I don't want to say come on, come all, because everybody in the race is some kind of threat to Bernie. But the fact that, you know, who's going to, what, they're going to go with Bloomberg over Pete? Is that what's going to happen? He's not going to do South Carolina. He's not going to do Nevada. And so if Bloomberg is able to win, you know, people might say he pulled out of his ass and what a huge upset, and look at this, what an underdog, right? He only had $70 billion to spend. What an underdog. And if he's able to pull that shit off, you know, yeah, that is saying something, but maybe the strategy of, or how the way that media and pundits have been thinking about, you know, American elections has been 100% wrong since the beginning. Maybe they just never had it right. So anyways, this is about Colorado. So I want to talk about Colorado's presidential ballots, okay? So Colorado has a bunch of presidential ballots. And not a bunch. We only got 1 presidential ballot. But there's a bunch of people that have already dropped out. In fact, I feel like I've already taken too long on this. Yeah, I'm going to come back. I think this is good enough. So, Saagar and Crystal Ball are wrong on Pete. I think Crystal Ball is wrong on Pete Buttigieg. It's actually Saagar that made the case. So I'll come back up with Colorado's ballot. I really just need to spit it out, right? If I'm going to have a joke, maybe 1 line or 2 lines, but these paragraphs are throwing me on a whole tangent.